So, warcorpse666 makes this video against the CCFC. Now mind you, I don't know what that acronym stands for, but what I do know is that they're basically this group against targeting children for advertisements. And I support them in that fight because, well, advertisements aren't about just advertising your business or product, it's indoctrination. And that's something libertarian tards like warcorpse666 don't want to understand. They know full well that's what it is, but they deny it. I mean, think about it. warcorpse666 looks like somebody that goes to McDonald's at least once a week. Do you not think that has something to do with the fact that maybe when you were a kid you saw McDonald's commercials, you went to McDonald's as a child, and then as an adult you continue to? That's how, I mean, he uses the Super Nintendo as an example. So then you grow up being a gamer, and you spend your hard-earned money on fucking bullshit games along with DLC, subscription fees, key code activations, a plethora of shitty-ass, dumbass motherfucking gamers that yell in your ear. You know, a game is anywhere from $60 to $100 depending on what country you live in, and if you buy a used game it's still like $20 or $30, and some games can't even be used because of the key code activations and shit. And not only does it have this bureaucracy attached, which by the way cannot be blamed on government regulations because the government doesn't regulate video games, because the government seems to think that video games are fucking toys and that the internet is Narnia. So they don't get involved in that. So everything that is wrong with the internet and video games is completely on the side of free market capitalism. All this shit, and then, you know, you can get banned from the game that you paid for. Paid good money for. And you can't play that fucking game anymore. But he doesn't care. Why? Because he's indoctrinated. He remembers all those fun times being a little kid playing on his SNES. And this is a dirty fucking business. This is mafia shit. And, you know, he's still thinking like a 5 to 12-year-old that they're just a bunch of nerds making a video game, making a little money off of the video game, and it's fun. No, that's not how the world works. None of those video games on the marketplace are fun. They are catered to a specific audience. They are intentionally constructed to target the most lowest common denominator of society. That's why all games look the fucking same. That's why every single game is about some macho, chauvinistic asshole with a big-ass gun killing aliens because they don't want to say black people, but sometimes they do it anyway, like in Resident Evil. So, that's basically what video games are. An indoctrination system, a propaganda system, and if it ain't about guns, it's about some other bullshit to get you to buy it, such as World of Warcraft or something, where you'll continually throw money at them, and they don't even have the gratitude to treat you as the person putting food on their table. Not just food on their table, a mansion. They have a mansion to live in because of you, but they still feel entitled to banning you. And you think they're entitled to doing that when you're responsible for giving them a fucking mansion. You're ridiculous. You're stupid. You're evil. You are all sorts of things. And the only difference between you and the video game mafia is they're smarter than you. That's why they're using you to buy a fucking mansion. Because you're throwing your money at them because you're idiotic. You should be stealing video games. You should be burning down video game companies. But you're not going to, because you're a dumbass. So, that's why the CCFC is against advertisements. Because it raises a new generation of zombified yes-men that just continually pursue this evil and help build more mansions for the super elite that are gonna walk all over you. And that's not right. The world should not be that way, and the world doesn't have to be that way. So, you know, once again, warcorpse666 just talks right out of his fat, hairy asshole. And, you know what, it's kind of asinine. It's a little annoying to have to hear this stupid bullshit. I mean, you're gonna hear it anyway. Obviously, this wouldn't happen if, unless the vast majority thought this way. But the fact is, I know it to be true. I don't want to fucking hear it on top of everything else. I don't need to hear the stupidity. I already know you're fucking stupid. Just keep your mouth shut and go back to your goddamn stupid-ass video games that you pay a small fortune for when you can barely afford insurance and, you know, a house or anything like that, but you have your goddamn video games. Oh, you're so free. You're so much more free than the countries you pick on. Oh yes, Iran is so terrible. North Korea is so terrible. You know what? I don't see them struggling to go to a doctor. I don't see them, you know, being censored at every turn. I know you want to believe that. I know you want to believe that they're so oppressed and, oh my god, people get shot in the middle of the night, but that doesn't actually happen. That's more of that propaganda and bullshit to justify the hazards and death cult that is capitalism. But because you've been told this lie ever since you were born, you're not going to believe me. I don't expect you to. But I do expect the people that are already suspicious of capitalism to have that, you know, truth be strengthened a little. I want them to see this video and be like, you know what, that's all fucking true. And I want to encourage them to continue to think that way. I don't want them to get scared and suddenly, you know, stop believing in what is real. To try to go back to the capitalist system, to go back to being a zombie, to go back to being asleep, and, you know, just work, shit, and die. I don't want that for people. I want better for people. I want more for people. I'm a compassionate human being. So, you know, that's really all I have to say here, is, you know what, fuck all advertisement, fuck corporations. If you're going to target kids, do it in a countercultural way, is what I'm saying. If I was going to target kids for something, I'd be targeting them for guns, crack, and tobacco. I'd be targeting them for everything you don't want children to be doing, just in spite of you. Because you're a fucking idiot, you make me sick to my stomach, and I would hope that your child grows up to despise you and burn your fucking house down, along with the pets, and Auntie May, and Grandma, and Grandpa, and everybody in between. Fuck you. Fuck your sick culture. That's all I have to say.